financed the movie? Is that a
Yeah,
good question?
good question.
How much?
I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, don't put your money into your own movie, right?
Well, honestly, it was my family.
Oh, your family
Yeah.
did? Okay.
It's the only way. I mean, I didn't want to go to a family.
Yeah.
Sean and I both, we were really talking to investment people and film industry people, and my parents gave Sean and I some seed money to be matched later by an investor. We had a deal memo with a rep that handled some rap stars who agreed to fund the film and then backed out sometime later. That rep's name was Jacques White. Strangely enough, we had an incident when a different guy with the same name, Jacques White, was a production assistant. This Jacques pulled up in a white Lamborghini. He seemed very responsible until he was supposed to pick up a DAT player one day from a place we were renting from. We handed him $200 cash, and we never saw him or that money again. Crazy, huh? We actually lost an investor going into the first shoot. We shot all the stars, a lot of the stars stuff. Right before production, we had lost an investor. So he was putting up some of the money, my family's putting up some of the money, and all of a sudden it was just my family putting up the money. So what we did was we just shot, and we were lucky this way. I mean, we really were lucky in this sense that, as far as getting it in the can, that we got Corbin and Renee and Deborah and Ari. All their stuff was all small, specific scenes. They didn't have to come back if we were going to shoot later on, if we weren't shooting the whole film.
Did you shoot that on 35?
Part of it is on 35. The scenes, like I said earlier, the scenes with the cast, the stars were all shot on 35 millimeter in 98. And then we filmed the following summer a bunch of the other scenes, the other groups. About half the film was shot on 35 millimeter in 1998, including all the scenes with our star actors, Corbin Burnson, Ari Gross, Renee O'Connor, and Deborah Wilson. In the following summer, we filmed the rest of the actors and their scenes or storylines in high definition. We decided, all right, well, we need to raise more money, so we would talk to every distribution company in town. We talked to everybody to try to, we made a trailer and we're shopping that around. Mm-hmm. We were doing everything you're supposed to do when you're at that point to finish the film. And then this little movie called The Celebration came out. So we went and saw that. I don't know if you know of it. It's a Danish film, shot on just 3-chip, DV camera, and it worked for that movie because it was kind of a gritty, dysfunctional family dealing with stuff. So it got us thinking, wow, we could actually, with the HD stuff coming out, and it was just coming out HD. And there was talk of HD coming out for 5-6 years before that. But it was actually coming out, and there was only 6 cameras, 6 HD cameras at the time. Somehow we got our hands on one of them.
Which one was it?
Oh, it was 1080i, the basic Sony model.
Okay.
One of the
Very first one that came out. Big, bulky.
Yeah.
The first of anything is big, It never starts off, something that you can hold in your hand. But yeah, we got our hands on one, and I think easily because of the time. It was nobody had a camera, and nobody was really shooting yet. Nobody's really shooting much of HD yet, so we found somebody and they had a camera, and we're like, hey, let's do this. And so the following summer, 99, we shot the rest of the film on high definition. And that was also kind of a big experimental part of the film because we had a camera guy who's been playing with HD camera. It's his own camera. He bought his own camera. And we were learning about stuff the quality of HD, because if you get a hair stuck on a lens or somewhere, it's this huge glare, and it's wow, this stuff picks up everything, and makeup, and it becomes a problem. And I remember there's one scene where we shot the whole scene, we finished it, and we're looking at the monitor, and you can literally see the reflection of the camera in the person's eyeglasses. It's well, we're shooting again. That HD, it doesn't you know, and at the time, you know, there weren't effects you could play with that could, you know, change stuff really. You could, you know, you got what you got. So, so HD had amazing aspects of it. You know, it helped us finish the film, and then it's got this weird thing you have to look into of how it works and quality of it is so incredible. It was like too good. So yeah, you know, there were problems we had to solve basically, and you know, we were like down converting in my living room. I mean, we were like we didn't, you know, there was no tech or anybody that we could actually pay something to. So we had rented some beta deck to make copies from an HD deck that we had to like. It was just we like jury rigged the whole thing pretty much. It was just crazy.
How much? Did it cost?
A few pennies.
Pennies?
It was a couple $100,000.
That much?
Yeah.
Is that about a couple hundred
Oh,
thousand for
yeah.
what? Or
What's that?
what was a couple $100,000 for?
That was the whole budget was a couple
Oh,
$100,000.
that's what I was gonna say, that was the whole budget, 200,000.
Yeah.
That's pretty good to make a movie in today's value.
It was a little bit more than that, but
You
yeah.
couldn't do that today, could you? Anything would cost a lot more today? I mean, 'cause,
I would do it for a lot less actually.
Because of. not-
Today's
because of
society is
not-
so less complicated.
Because not having film.
I could shoot it all on video. I personally could edit the thing myself.